dinos and pie likely didn't coexist. But what if I told you dinos and humans possibly did? Sounds crazy, right? Well, wait until you see our next stop.
Chet, welcome to the Creation Evidence Museum in Glen Rose, Texas.
This is Director Carl Baugh.
Chet, what we're trying to do here is simply demonstrate the truth academically. So it isn't simply a religious statement that we're preoccupied with. We're preoccupied with actual evidence.
What Dr. Baugh has done here is collect a series of world-renowned artifacts that, if true, turn the evolutionary timetable on its head. You know, the one that says dinosaurs were long extinct before humans arrived? But wait till you see this.
I don't think any honest observer could deny that is a human footprint. The great toe, second toe, is unique to mankind, but he is stepping on a pterodactyl print. Now, according to evolutionary theory, that fellow's 110 million years old, and that guy has to be only maybe a few tens of thousands of years old. So we have a major problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And if that's not clear enough for you, look at this one, found right here on the Paluxy River.
This is the icon, the symbol of the museum. Here's a human footprint, 11.5 inches in length. The man stepped first, but an Acrocanthosaurus dinosaur intruded, and as he stepped forward, he pushed some of the consolidated mud up into the track.
The human footprint was there first, then the
Yes.
dinosaur footprint.
Yep, I know what you're thinking. These have to be fake, right? Well, turns out there was a man in the 1930s selling counterfeit human tracks, but Dr. Baugh believes these are different.
When you step in mud, you displace and you compress that mud. We have taken these to laboratories that have verified the compression density, so they're genuine. One of his tracks, one of his carved tracks, was found recently. No compression density. Of course, you wouldn't expect any.
Sure, yeah, it's just carved, scraped away.
But everything you're going to see here has compression density under it. We can tell the difference.
Right next to the footprints are human artifacts found in the totally wrong layer of stone according to modern science, like a bowl found encased in coal, and then this hammer found completely encrusted in Cretaceous rock.
I used to hold to evolutionary theory, but it's the facts that changed my mind.
Yeah, imagine you get a lot of skeptics walk through this door.
Hopefully.
That's the idea, right?
And they're certainly welcome. We want them to come. We need to ferret out the truth and adopt the truth.
Exactly.
Embrace the truth, whatever it is.
Skepticism and challenging the status quo have always been at the heart of scientific inquiry. And Dr. Baugh is definitely continuing that tradition with passion. So much so that he's even built a biosphere.
But the idea is that you can create the conditions that he believes were here on Earth before the flood of Noah that we know in the Genesis story.
And speaking of Noah, check this out.
Chet, it took 40 years of research to be able to then work with a draftsman to put this in the computer. And then it took 26 solid months working with 3 master craftsmen to build this.
Wow.
We even have a Texas room in here.
There's a longhorn, some horses.
That's right. We are in Texas, and we
That's
might as
right.
well represent that. You have the dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's kind of blowing my mind. I've never seen dinosaurs, in the paintings we see of Noah and the Ark. There's never dinosaurs walking toward him.
Well, you came for an education today.
I did, yeah.
Dr. Baugh's theories are certainly not mainstream, but you certainly can't dismiss them as being unresearched or unfounded.
You really need to come here with an open mind. If we're looking for truth in all things, you take all the evidence that's available to you, you weigh it out, and you ultimately come to the decision of what you're going to believe. So you need to come to the Creation Evidence Museum. You need to see this stuff.
To see the full episode or to get info about how to visit this spot, trip on over to thedaytripper.com.